Y'all, Love and Hip Hop Miami is back. I did not know it was on BET. I was planning on having the review up like the night that the premiere came out or the next day. And I'm on VH1 like, where is it? And come to find out, it's on BET now. Did y'all know that? I didn't know that. Like, what's going on? Why the transition? Is VH1 about to be no more like MTV? Look, I'm Shayna. I'm here to review Love and Hip Hop Miami Season 7, Episode 1, The Last Laugh. Shout out to Mrs. Best Reviews, who also reviews this show, and Watch Your Mouth Reviews, who is, they co-host, so they review it together. They reviewed it on her channel. And if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have even been paying attention to the fact that it was on BET. But we here. It looks like it's going to be a good season. Some of the storylines seem a little fabricated, but it still looks good nonetheless. So let's get into it. So Trick Daddy showed us his home. He said he's finally renovated and made some upgrades after 2003. He's saying that he's not looking for love. He only wants, jump offs, ladies of the night, nothing long term, because he's in his 50s. Usually that's when men actually want to settle down. They usually want a nurse. But he was like, look, I tried it and it ain't working, so I ain't doing it. Yeah, okay. Now, Trina came over with her young husband, and she was like, you need to settle down. And her husband was like, look, talking to Trina, he was like, Trick is your brother and he's my unk. That was weird. Like, what an odd thing to say. But anyway, the husband feels like Trina need to just leave Trick Daddy alone, and she do. Now, Hot Topic was there, and she shares that one of Trick's exes, Samantha, I think her name is, because I didn't write it down, wants to spin the block. And, well, he need a storyline, so why not? So we see Amara, and she's doing a photo shoot for her perfume. Are y'all knocking down the doors and rushing online to get this perfume? Is this something I need to know? Just let me know. So she invited Eliza. Y'all know that's one of Future's baby mamas. And Eliza apologizes for being petty last year. But she also shares that she had a miscarriage at 13 weeks. She said she was getting on a chair, like a swivel chair, like a computer chair, to hang up some curtains. The math ain't math. The math is not mathing for me. I wouldn't get on a swivel chair to hang curtains at all. And Eliza is a grandmother. This ain't her first rodeo. This ain't her first time being pregnant. Even if you have never been pregnant, even animals know that you shouldn't be pregnant jumping up on a swivel chair. So what are you talking about? I don't know. Something ain't making sense to me. Okay, girl. Sorry to hear that, but the story ain't making sense. So Amara shares that she actually lost one of her babies during pregnancy. Was she pregnant with triplets? I didn't know that. I just hope that she's not trying to have that married baby daddy of her. She ain't trying to have more of her married baby father's babies. I know last time she was trying to have more children with him, and he said, we're going to do it the regular way. After he called her black, ugly, and everything else. It was something like that. I'm paraphrasing. I don't know why you want more of that married man's children, but okay. So, a side note, the wigs are looking better this season, Amara. Maybe the BET checks are clearing. I don't know. Now, Amara has beef with Miami Tip because Miami Tip said something online about her baby daddy or the wife or something. I don't know. So, Amara said when she sees Miami Tip, it's on site. Amara, please. After that slap from Princess last season, just hush. Ain't nothing on site. You ain't putting paws on nobody, sister. So we see Michael Blackson. He's a new cast member, and he's discussing his fiancee, Rada. They were on couples counseling, couples therapy, something on VH1. I did watch that show. It was pretty good. Now, Michael Blackson has been engaged many times. If you watch RRG, they did a little segment on him. So he's been engaged a few times. And he even been married one of them times. But we all know he's not faithful, ain't never been faithful, ain't never gonna be faithful. And he told Rada this up front, so I don't know why she acting like this is new news. Now, years ago, I was a waitress. This was a while back. And he came in with his ex-fiance. I think her name is Georgina or something like that. And like 2 of his sons. So I'm like, I know this ain't his first rodeo. But he came in with her. And you know he tipped me $20. I said, oh, child. But... So, yeah, I think I still got a picture with him now. At least, you know, I got a photo, if it counts for anything at all. Rada, she's almost 9 months pregnant. And even though they both have older children, like, his oldest children are full-grown adults. He probably has grandkids. They went through IVF to have this pregnancy. Y'all can take the time to go through IVF. But there's no wedding plans in sight? Okay. And I don't want to hear everybody don't want to be married. Why are you engaged? Like, okay, whatever. So she's going to Arizona. She wants to have her baby there because her family's there. And Michael was like, well, while you're in Arizona giving birth, I'll be in Miami. Come again? Okay, anyway. And if you haven't seen the blogs, this mother sucker said that he got another woman pregnant the same time as Rada. Them 2 babies is like 2 months apart. Mind you, he's in his 50s pulling stunts and shows like this. So Rada is afraid that one of his side chicks will snatch him up because, you know, she's high risk, so they ain't been doing nothing lately. So she's nervous. Girl, you're going to be walking on eggshells the rest of your life if you stay with this man. He's not going to stop having side chicks, and he never planned on marrying Rada. Girl, get a clue. So we see Miami tip. Is she still stripping or... Somebody let me know. Bobby, she's having a movie premiere or like a short film premiere. I don't know, something, Joe. Bobby Lights was at the premiere. Me and Bobby Lights had a little tussle over there on IG in the Shade Room comments. I forgot what I said because I stay in the comments. But I was saying something and he was all up in my comments like, Bobby, please. But anyway... We meet Sanye. She's a new cast member. She's a songwriter. She's written some hits. And she's trying to transition from songwriter to artist. I heard songwriters get paid more money, so I don't know. But okay. I like the Blue Pixie. I do. Now, Tip's hair was looking... excuse me. Tip's hair was looking good at first. But baby, that Miami heat got to that leave out and it was just looking like it was 2 different textures all around. But anyway, and then we see a clip from the short film and all I saw was a bunch of DV and I don't really know if I want to watch that. But Joy is sitting there and she says she's homeless. She was moving out of her apartment. She was closing on a townhouse. The offer fell through. It was you know that there's a chance and there's a risk that can happen. So you should have made sure everything, like, you were moved in and settled before the lease ended. But now she's homeless. And Bobby and I had the same thoughts. She's clearly going to move in with her forever estranged husband, Trick Daddy, who she will never divorce. So, in the next scene, Joy was like, no, I'm not moving in with him. It's been 10 years. Only 10? I thought they was living separately longer than they was married. But Joy had a change of heart. So she got her U-Haul truck following her. And she moving back in. She just pulled up to Trick's house. And she got in the truck. Boop, boop, boop. Guiding them in. So they can bring her belongings. Trick's son was happy to see her. Now them them talentless twins was sitting there. Like, where are we going to live? Back with y'all mama. Why are y'all still here? But... he got a full house. And Joy coming with her and a cat. Oh, Lord have mercy. They getting older. Like, just go ahead on and reconcile at this point. So, Rada is meeting with her girls. One of them happens to be Claudia Jordan. Claudia deserved another season on Real Housewives of Atlanta. That don't got nothing to do with anything. I'm just saying. Anyway, The makeup on these ladies' faces was showing every nook and cranny. You hear me? I could see every crevice, everywhere you applied this and that. That's why I've been kind of like falling back from makeup a little bit, because it just, and with these new 3D cameras they got today, I miss the old cameras actually, where we ain't see like everything. I don't need to see, every little thing you got going on. Like, we see everything. But anyway, it was a lightning. They was out in the sunlight. You know how that go. Rada is getting induced because she's like, look, this is a geriatric pregnancy. Because Claudia tried to be like, yeah, because isn't geriatric pregnancies like at 35? And we're not far from 35. Yes, y'all are. Ain't no need to sit up here and lie. Like, girl, honey, please. Like, you look good for your age. But you look your age, sister. I'm just saying. But anyway, she's high risk. So they getting induced. She's getting induced. And one of her friends asked, like, when's the wedding? Never. But she feel like they've been engaged for umpteen for years. What's going on? And Rada says Michael has things he needs to work on. Well, if you won't marry him, then why would you get pregnant intentionally? So supposedly he told her he's using protection when he's cheating. And well, we all know that's a lie. She settled because she didn't really want this. He told her she got side chicks. She didn't want to be munching on the cat and doing all that stuff. She didn't want this life. She just settled thinking he would change. She's sitting up there crying like, I don't understand why he won't leave the side chicks alone. I don't feel sorry for her. It's very hard to have empathy because you signed up for this. You shouldn't have pretended that it was okay. Like, if this ain't what you want, you should have left. So, in the next scene, Trick Daddy meets with his ex, Samantha. He said she's a Christian life coach, and he was like, whatever that means. And what does that mean? Like, okay. Now, Samantha was hinting that she want to spin the block with Trick. Girl, why? I would not allow her to coach me on anything, because clearly she doesn't have good discernment. So, because how you a Christian life coach and you want to be with Trick Daddy, who's still married to Joy? And speaking of, we learned that she's actually Joy's biological sister. We saw a picture of them when they was little girls. Now, Trick said he didn't know they were sisters at first. She just kept saying, I got a sister, I got a sister. He didn't know it was Joy. But Joy knew that Samantha was with him, and Joy told her, you need to leave him alone, and went behind her back, stole her man, and married him. And this is the man you want? Okay. Is there no other men in Miami? I'm just... Anywho, so we get to the event that Bobby said he was hosting. Shay Bucky Johnson was there, and she said things are over with her and Fable. Thank goodness. I'm so tired of hearing about that. Now, Shay was like, F my baby dad, F my baby dad. And Amara was like, no, I don't agree. I don't share them sentiments. No, no, no. Amara is such a bird. Oh, my God. So Eliza shows up to talk to Shay, but they start arguing. And Eliza said, you know that turkey baster allegation is a lie. Baby, we don't care at this point. Like, we just don't. At least I don't. Now, Eliza said the kids should have been off limits. Shay did make a comment about her child, and the comments was nasty. I don't know who likes Shay and why, but she ain't really my cup of tea. Bobby introduced Sanye. Earlier, he kept saying he was introducing her. I guess he's supposed to be the connection and introduce her to everybody. And every time he introduced her, he was like, this is Sanye, but you can call her Blue. I'm glad he didn't say it this time, because she never said, call me Blue. She introduced herself. She said her name. She never said, but you can call me Blue. So you don't come over here and start saying, call me Blue. Just because she got a blue pixie, she might dye pink tomorrow. Let that lady just introduce herself at this point. But anyway, Miami Tip walked in, and she walked up on Amara. Mind you, earlier, Amara said it was on site. But, okay, the jokes write themselves. Amara was like, you need to back up. Back. Okay? Girl, I thought it was on site. You too old to be talking about it's on site anyway. So they arguing, having a nice little tongue tussle. And Amara fake picks up like she act like she gonna pick up a chair. Girl, sit down. You about to do nothing. Okay? Because Miami Tip, she got mad because Tip was like, your girl's gonna look up to you and see that, you know, you dense. Or something like that. Or you weak. Like, well, I mean, Or they're going to end up growing up and being just like her, unfortunately, because that's the example she has. Or they have. So, Sungay was like, see, in her confessional, she was like, see, that's why people don't take love and hip-hop seriously. Because y'all got this type of carrying on going on in the middle of my set. She hot, because it's her very first performance, and we ain't hear none of it. So Amara goes on stage to fake apologize, but instead of apologizing, she threw more shade at Tip, and she rambled on for like 10 minutes, and we never did hear that girl sing no more. Child, a mess. So Michael is visiting his so-called side chicks. One of them, he refers to his side pieces as girlfriends. What is that? Okay. Because then the girl opened the door. She's like, oh, daddy's home. He's like, I bought you some 4 small mini cupcakes. You could have just grabbed her a box of little bites for all that. But we see that she's pregnant. Now, on the blogs, he was saying he got a long-term friend pregnant. But then this time he said she's one of his girlfriends. What's really going on? But child, the trailer look good. Y'all let me know if y'all are watching Love and Hip Hop this season. If you want me to keep reviewing, I will. But I need to know that y'all watching. Or it might get dropped. But it was good, though. Let me know in the comments what you think about this first episode. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.